individually at times. I just am not expecting the consistency of that to be here for this entire series.
All right, starting things off here with Stellar B on your screen, as he's going to already get pinched into the health pack. We're going to be forced to grab his own, and now does see one red X on his screen. They're going to go for this top mid presence. They did lose that landing battle, so they're really going to have to try to get some angles around top middle. He's done well to stay alive and get into his opponent's health. But Rami with a nice little shot to clean up.
Yeah, good shots by Minotaurs right there, and they're going to have control of gold, so this is a great start for this Minotaurs team. And Rami cutting off anybody pushing up main ramp right now, is able to get a kill, is able to get Eco weak as well before going down. And Minotaurs has themselves in a great position. They're going to have a snipe somewhere around gold, somewhere around the landings. We see Shelly with it on red landing. Thank you, Richie Hines. I'm looking to Shelly to really open up the map and allow Minotaurs to get this first flag run if he's able to get a few picks.
I am curious just to see what kind of momentum we could see Minotaurs get, because like we talked about earlier, they did not have any of the space to get things started in their earlier series, and we're looking to see them with a better performance here. However, very talented opponents on the opposite side of the stage. Trippy flies right in, takes down Munoz, and now look at this. Shelly does not know that Trippy's coming in as well.
Well, there was another spawner we didn't see.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I was about to say Shelly, but it looks like Unlimited is going to have control now, and unfortunately, Minotaurs was in such a great position with Shelly on the landing, and he was unable to get any picks, and because of that, they went all four dead, and now Unlimited has map control. They're going to be running the first flag of the game right now. Landing. Munoz is spotted, pushing out. Dead Zone's got great shots onto him. He's going to play his life here perfectly, and the flag's going to continue to rotate to the landing, and this is going to result in the first cap going in for Unlimited.
Man, we've started with as the first man to cap. Stellar B with the first flag in. They go up 1-0. It only took them about a minute 45, just over, to get that first flag in. He's also got a tube in hand. Finds Rami in the back. He'll clean that one up, and now he can also push on Ares, who does have that fresh sniper rifle. We've seen the damage that Ares can do in Halo 3 with that weapon and other Halo titles as well. Curious to see if he'll be able to heat up at all this game.
He's going to need to heat up if he doesn't want Unlimited running a second flag here, because he's got multiple members of Unlimited in his base. Shelly's able to finish Dead Zone right there. Stellar staying alive with this grenade launcher, and he's going to be by himself. There's no intention of him pulling the flag just yet, unless Eco's able to pick up a kill top goal, which he does, and now Stellar's moving in for the flag.
Stellar actually goes all the way down to try to clear out the spiral. Thought he might just instead slide jump back onto the flag to pull, but does a little bit of extra due diligence around that flag. Now he starts the run. It looks like someone might have been hiding flag corner, and then Stellar actually falls victim eventually to a spawner from the bottom. And now Eco trying to figure out exactly how to play this. He finds Shelly, who's about to lift. Ares does well to get that melee in before he might have been on the receiving end of a no-scope, and he will likely get that return up top.
Yeah, as soon as two members go down, it puts Eco and his teammate in a tough position there to try and cap that flag or make really any play. They do a good job of getting a kill and a little bit of damage, but it's not enough. And Minotaurs is able to get some map control due to this. Will they be able to stay alive landing? They got a flying Trippy coming their way, and it looks like they're both going down.
Trippy and Eco help each other out. And right now you see only one alive for the side of Minotaurs. Rami, who's just trying to stay alive on main ramp. 3 red X's on his screen. Does see a few teammates spawn in. That nade from Stellar doesn't catch, and he gets some help on main ramp as well. So potentially an opportunity for him and Munoz to push in on the flag.
Yeah, I like this push from the main ramp area. Which way are they going to decide to run this flag is the question, and their own flag is being pulled at this time. It's going to turn into a stalemate. Great shots by Stellar to take down Rami, and now Stellar is V-lining for the enemy player with his flag. He's going to spot 2 players spawning tunnel. He's going to give that information to Eco. Eco knows these players are coming, but jumps on the return just in time. Second cap goes in for Unlimited.
I like that pun. Stellar B lining indeed. As we see Rami there. And you knew what was going to happen there, Clutch, on the health bridge. He gets peeled. Another assist comes in as well, 2-0 in favor of Unlimited. And so far, this is about what we expected. Would you say the same, Clutch?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, like, we've seen Minotaurs have, like, opportunity for success, but they haven't been able to take advantage of any of them, right? And these are all good enough players to really get themselves in the opportunity for success, but will they be able to take advantage against the players on Unlimited that just are so aware of the situations that they're in, and they're able to play from a deficit? And right now, Unlimited is showing that they don't need map control to be able to push landing right there. You see 2 red X's in what should have been a potential flag run for Minotaurs is once again shut down. Stellar B doing it all.
Dead Zone, who's on your screen right now with a sniper rifle, gets a double kill. Stayed alive in that flag corner so long. Won a 1v2 that he had absolutely no business winning, pushing up his own street. Huge play from him. Now he's going to also, after that double, pick up the flag, and now unscathed. Only takes one shot up the lift as well. 3 dead. This is a certain now 4 dead. 3rd cap guaranteed.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give a team like Unlimited control and just free reign around the map to be able to spawn kill you, because now you're spawning closet, and although you are on your flag, so is Unlimited, sandwiching you from multiple angles. There is a player that gets away from the landing and is able to get 1 kill, but it's not going to be enough, and that's a killing spree in the kill feed for Dead Zone. After capping the first flag, Stellar's going to be running another one. It's going to be 4-0 here in a couple of seconds. Stellar's going to take his sweet time because he knows he's got it.
We're seeing some great strength in numbers plays. Sometimes on Zealot, you might see something a lot more traditional, like someone on health pack, someone top mid, someone landing. However, if you time your kills and push right, you can have 3 players on landing during a flag run and really still get a great run out of it. That's what we just saw, 4-0 here after 6 minutes of play.
Yeah, and as ugly as I thought this series could potentially be, it's really turning in to be one of those here in game 1. It's 4-0 in the first 6 minutes of the game. Munoz finds himself with snipe, and I'm saying that Munoz really needs to have a standout performance to give his team some life. So here's an opportunity. He finds himself with snipe, and a great quick scope on the Stellar's dome piece right there. Does spot the player dropping in front of his base, and now Minotaurs is running a flag. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Munoz has to be going off for them to even have the potential for a flag cap. Killing spree, headshot on the Dead Zone. This is some life finally out of Minotaurs.
There you go. This is what you asked for, and now we're seeing it. Trippy's also weak on the health pack. Eventually that flag will go in, 4-1, and they do get at least 1 on the board. Long road ahead if they want to tie the game and win it, of course.
Yeah, it's about how can they stop the control that Unlimited now has, because this is a potential counter cap, right? Like, how much ground did they have to give up in order to get that first cap? It looks like it's going to have to be all of the ground, considering Dead Zone's running this flag with snipe, and no one is in sight right now. And Nate goes by him, hits him, but it doesn't matter. 5-1 is the final score to your game 1. Unlimited making it look easy early in this series.
And you almost wonder at what cost did that 1 flag come in. As you said, they had to surrender so much in order to get that flag even in the base. There will be a counter that ends the game 5-1. And so far, par for the course based off of what we're expecting to see in this series. It's pretty much just another walk in the park for Eco, Stellar, Dead Zone, and Trippy. Taking a look here at the stats, 19-9 from Eco.
Yeah, the duo of Shelly and Aries. I mean, you try not to focus on negatives, but those are some negatives that are not going to result in success, right? You got to get more than 4 and 7 kills if you want an opportunity to be playing tomorrow. I promise you that.
Absolutely. It's a tough game for their side. But take a look at some of the highlights here from that game. We started off with a bang. Eco did very well here to stay alive. And now we saw quite a bit of power weapon control and top goal control. I think the only time, Clutch, that we saw Minotaurs with any sort of goal control was that 1 flag run they had.
Yeah, and Munoz had to go off with the snipe in order for that to even take place, right? He had to get a couple of quick scopes, a couple of headshots, and it really gave Minotaurs a little bit of life, but not enough, right? Because the second Munoz goes down with that snipe, everything collapses and they've lost all control, and now the 5th and final flag cap is being run.
Right, busted wide open after that. Gonna get ready for our game number 2 in this series as we take a look at our best of 5. It's gonna be Slayer on Countdown. Clutch, if I'm not mistaken, is it our one of the first Slayer countdowns that you and I are casting this weekend?
It's gotta be the first. I don't remember
sure
casting a countdown Slayer so far throughout this tournament. I think it was a game 5 in the series earlier on, but we didn't get there because there've been a lot of 3-0s, right?
There certainly have here. This series could be no exception. However, we're going to get a countdown Slayer in this one. This is going to be our game number 2. Of course, Camo outside, Rockets down at Big Door, and Sniper sitting on S2. Those will be the main focal points of this match in our number 2. And off the break, we'll see if there's any kills go down. No one moving too quick. Actually, it's going to be Eco going down from Munoz grenades, and Munoz also gets away. And it's a 3-0 lead here for Minotaurs off the start. Maybe getting the 4th as well. Looks like Dead Zone, oh boy, and actually terrible series of events that followed there as unable to clean up 1 headshot. However, it will secure camo from Munoz and misses a shot on Eco. Oh, thought he was a dangerous series of events. I think he's going to double back on Trippy. That shot hit but did not finish, so they might try to push him up top now. And what was just a 3-0 lead due to a little bit of a wacky series of events that follows, now a tie game.
Super unfortunate they're not able to finish Trippy, and now Trippy in the kill feed, getting a kill onto Shelly. Good job by Munoz there to really just rotate correctly and finds himself trading with the Rocket player. That's a win if you're a Minotaurs fan right there. Munoz starting this game off hot and allowing his team to have a 1-kill lead here. This is a good opportunity for Minotaurs to kind of try to get back in the series.
You also can't help but think, though, after we saw exactly how Dead Zone got that kill as the only player alive, and then a lack of a rocket trade at Big Door, it could have been a much stronger opening for the Minotaurs side. Also now Trippy only down by 1 with that rocket in hand, getting shot from that opposite radio. He will take a little bit of cover here and wait for those shields to come back before re-engaging. 1-kill game.
Yeah, Unlimited exactly where they want to be. All of them are up top. They have both set of power weapons, and I'm really worried about Minotaurs right now. You need to be able to control the power weapons against this team because they're going to be able to rip your face and blow you up with the rockets. Great job right there by Rami and friends to take down the sniper, but will they be able to get it in their own hands? It looks like Eco has something to say about it.
Rami decides not to push on Eco there. Never an easy push, even if Eco is sitting around the corner with less shields. 13-12. Unlimited does take the lead again in this game, and this is a part where if you're on Minotaurs, you need to be very careful. That 3-kill swing could spell disaster for the rest of this, and luckily Aries, who answers back immediately to pick up a kill, and now tie game. So great answer, great response from the Minotaurs side.
Yeah, this new snipe came up, and it looks like it did go in the hand of Aries, but he's getting caught off guard and unable to no-scope Trippy. Now Trippy has the snipe. He's got 3 members outside, and they're waiting on this next camo. All 4 members of Unlimited are focused on helping Trippy get this camo with snipe, and this could open up the map, but a player comes right up the ramp. It's Aries off spawn.
No burn.
And he gets a double, and now he's going to have an opportunity to get camo snipe. No, it's going to be his teammate. It's going to be Munoz for the second time this game with camo. Does not have the snipe, but he's got an opportunity here to kind of get behind enemy lines and see if he can make a play to open this map up.
Here we are essentially tied with the camo, and this might be a point in that series that is remembered depending on exactly how these events transpire. All tied up, a little bit of camo left as well. Gonna probably get this kill on Dead Zone, but maybe get finished across, manages to stay alive, which is huge, and might also get these rockets, but 2 red X's on his screen are gonna make that very difficult.
The second his shields were about to start coming back, he gets finished up, and that's gonna result in Eco getting the rockets, and it feels like Eco just is always in the right place at the right time. He's such a smart player when it comes to positioning and knowing that power weapons are coming up and making sure he's a part of that battle. Eco coming in at the end there, making sure that his team has something to say about free rockets for Munoz.
Still tied at the halfway mark, 25-25, and a much more interesting game number 2 here between Unlimited and Minotaurs. Aries picks up another kill on Stellar, catches him off guard there on that back ramp maneuver, tied once again.
I just want to say it's halfway through this game, and Minotaurs doing a great job of trading kills and being still in this game. That's all you can really ask for them, to kind of just stay in this game until it gets to late game, and then maybe somebody can make a play to get you over that hump and get you that win and get back in the win column and tie the series up. But Stellar just picks up the snipe and dips out of dodge. He's going to no-scope somebody. I already knew it was coming, so I just play-by-played it live for you. And now Stellar having snipe down here is going to be a serious problem for Minotaurs.
Absolutely. We'll see where he tri-lifts. It's going to be here back towards his blue side. Ooh. Finds Aries, hits the body. Excuse me, no, looked like it hit a body. Does not hit. Double kill there for Aries. Going to check the corner, finds 2 more players. That plasma will not connect, but 3 players are coming outside of that door. It's Trippy and friends who are going to push right in. Should be able to pick up another kill on Shelly. A little bit more snipe ammo as well. They gain the lead by 1, neck and neck throughout this entire Countdown Slayer.
Yeah, not only a fortunate spawn, but there's a reason 3 people were backstairs going outside, because camo was coming up, and now Stellar has it for the first time. Unlimited's going to have their opportunity to make a camo play. What will Stellar choose to do? I love the fact that he's not really dropping down and trying to flank. He's going to catch Aries with his pants down here in a second. Sorry, Aries, you got to get your pants somewhere else. And now the score is starting to get out of hand. It's a 4-kill lead, but what will the rest of this camo turn into to really extend this lead?
It's a very big swing, and you called it clutch. It was going to come down to these camo plays after it had been stalemate for so long in the game. Going to push Aries as well. It's another double kill for Stellar. Now going to maybe try lift out. Taking his time here, and we'll go up once again towards the blue side. Nades coming from outside. Great play from Aries. That's a double kill that brings them right back in this. Picks up the sniper as well with just a shot. 2 shots left here. Now it's a 4-kill game yet again. Sights on the radio.
Yeah, how many doubles is Aries going to have to get to keep his team in this game? It looks like he's going to need to get a couple more to bring him back to even close to tying it. And there's not much room for error right now. 43-37. Aries goes down with the snipe. And now Dead Zone has it. He's going to get away with his life around the corner. No one yet to finish him. Good shots by Rami onto Stellar to try and get multiple players weak. But where is the help? Where are the finishes? Trippy gets a kill. Penguin gets away with his life. And now Rami, yes, you have control of your radio, but there's a sniper somewhere, and Dead Zone has it, and you know he's good for damage.
And I tell you what, you could just tell by Ares' POV. By the way, Munoz picks up a double, but is it too little too late? It's a 46-40 game, 4 more kills to go for Unlimited, now 3 before they get a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. Make it now 2 kills to go for them. 49-41, looking for that last kill. It might be up top on blue. Stellar just going to fly right in with this sniper rifle and look for the first head he can find. It's going to be Rami, and he gets some help, and they will close it out with a score of 50-41 and win game number 2.
Right, and it was such a close game halfway through, but you just knew, you just had that feeling that Unlimited was going to make a play. One of the players was going to go on a killing spree and get away with his life when he probably shouldn't, and it was going to result in just the lead extending to 4 or 5, and then that turns to 7, and all of a sudden it's over, right?
Yep.
I think that camo play was really what stuck out to me. Ares checking the back stairs, seeing 3 players, and then no one there to help Ares in turn. Stellar gets that camo, goes on a spree, and then that was all she wrote for game 2.
That really is what it came down to, and you called it. You said it's really going to come down to whichever team is actually able to capitalize on that camo. We finally saw that. 15-10 from Stellar, 14-12 from Eco. Trippy and Dead Zone also going +1 as well.
Solid +1 performances from everybody on the squad. You saw glimpses of everybody making a good play when they needed to most. Dead Zone ended up staying alive with that snipe when he was getting shot in the back. Ended up coming back to his screen a little bit later towards Rockets. He's on a killing spree, just got a double. And that doesn't happen if he gets finished when he goes around that corner, right? But no, he had the awareness to stay alive, dip dodge, whatever it might be.
You're going to butcher the quote every time, yeah.
Every time.
I need you to look up that quote tonight and come to Championship Sunday not messing up that quote.
But that being said, Penguin went on a spree and changed the outcome of that game.
Absolutely did. And we talked about it earlier. You did start to see Ares kind of stepping it up. We should take a look at this best of 5. It's another 50-41 for Unlimited as we get ready for King of the Hill on Battle Canyon. We saw moments like you talked about, Clutch, where Ares is able to pick up these big doubles that gave his team the right openings. They're going to need to continue that and more if they want to answer back here on our game number 3, Battle Canyon King.
You're going to need more than just a couple double kills to beat these players and make the difference in this series, right? It's too often, yes, you got a double, but you just ended Penguin's killing spree. Yes, you got a quick scope, but you just ended like Stellar's reign of terror on you for the past 15 minutes. 2 players decide to port for Minotaurs at the beginning. They get snipped out by Eco and company. And now 3 are instantly dead, and full control goes to Stellar and friends. They spot the last player running into red. No rockets touch him, but they know where he is.
The wild sequence of events there is eventually it's actually going to be Ares who picks up that kill. But you got to wonder, off the break, 2 players porting and looking different ways. Not really going to net you the results you're probably looking for. Surprising to see 1 look left and 1 look right. And in the end, Eco picks up kills with some help as well. Another assist comes out of Stellar. And not too many points on the board, but a lot of control coming in for Unlimited, showing no signs of slowing.
Yeah, that snipe that Ares had on the Rocket player really kind of delayed any kind of time that Minotaurs was, or that Unlimited was going to get during that experience, but you still have that feeling that Unlimited has just already outslayed Minotaurs by about 10 so far in the first minute, and if that rate continues, the hill time will result.
Oh, absolutely. The hill time will come, and as we know, this bottom hill is not where we expect that to be the case, but honestly, given the way that Unlimited is playing in this next minute 47, we could actually see them get quite a few points, more than you might expect on the bottom hill, just with how dominant they've been in this series so far. Stellar is forced to retreat and might pop out the mag to get some new sightlines.
Yeah, Eco is going to try and start rotating towards red. The hill still has 30 seconds. He might try and get some scrap time here. He's got a kill for himself, and he's spotted Ares down here, who seems to be stuck, but he's got help coming that's top blue. Eco doing a good job of using that tree to try and stay alive, and that's what we were talking about earlier in the game on Battle Canyon. There's a little bit of geo that's changed from the different iterations of this map that allow you a little bit more success when you're bottom middle here.
There really is. You can't say enough. If you've played any amount of Battle Creek or Beaver Creek, King of the Hill, you know that that bottom mid hill is wide open. However, there is a lot more cover on bottom middle, so you can get a little more milky time on that bottom hill. We do see actually almost 30 points go in for Unlimited on that bottom hill. Now they've also got control once again. Sniper on the sights of Plasma's side. And that fall delay will eventually mean the end of Stellar. He will go down from Munoz. Munoz still fighting from Plasma red.
It's only a 30-second lead still, and as bad as this game has really started off for Minotaurs and as like highlight reels that Unlimited is putting on right now, they're still in this game. They still have the opportunity to come back, but not for long if they're not able to start getting the kills and getting the control of the power weapons that they're going to need.
Shelly now alive on the top of the back of the base, and they haven't even crossed the 10-point mark. Now they will finally get to do that as 2 kills do go in for them. And this is going to be a chance for them to get a little bit of time, just a little bit back in the match. Yeah,
good job by Ramy to get that shot on the side of the base of blue and then spots the player top snipe. He's able to pick up kills while standing in the hill, and that's a recipe for success in King of the Hill most of the time. If your hill guy is also ripping faces, then you can have success. But Eco has something to say. He's going to rip some faces himself. Doesn't want to shoot the rockets, so tries to trade the melee out, and Dead Zone's right there to pick up both the power weapons. Not a bad situation for Eco, because now your teammate has 2 rockets still to play with.
Tell you what, something strange is happening in the mags, where the rockets and the snipers keep trading with each other on that very specific part of the map. A lot closer than it was moments ago. Keep in mind, we only saw 5 points on the board for Minotaurs maybe about a minute and 15 ago. So this is a very different game than it was from then as we go on board with Ares, who probably wants to port. He has to see how things go for his teammate first. He does make it through, takes more damage. Shield's still going to be down, and now eventually will be cleaned up. Tough sequence for him.
Yeah, even just getting nicked by that nade just bought so much more time for their Unlimited squad to push back the base and finish him. They know he was going to port. They spotted him back blue, and they got him weak. So you kind of understand that he's probably going to go back red, and just by getting nicked by that nade, it's going to be an easy kill for them to pick up. And with that comes the control of the map right now. And although the hill's bottom middle and no one's in it, Unlimited really feels like they're in an advantageous position to start getting some of this time.
Absolutely, and it's another example, Clutch, that we talked about being a slow burn, as he's going to use a tree to get up on the top red as well. It's these teams that play so well, great headshot across the map on a spinning Shelly from Dead Zone. It's very easy to let these games get away from you, because they will play this hill correctly 75% of the time for each hill, and it will slowly become a big, big deficit.
Yeah, and Dead Zone getting assassinated right there, but not before getting a few kills with that snipe. And they're going to have information of where this sniper is. He's inside red, and immediately you see Jay on screen back out of the hill and know that he's about to get swarmed and he's about to get naded. So it's a good job of him to milk some time, but also play his life and stay alive when need be. Good game sense awareness by the player for Unlimited. But as I said, that Ares picks up a big triple kill, and this is an opportunity for them to kind of tighten this gap, because it's still only a 35-second lead, Bravo.
Absolutely, and now we're starting to see some of the space, and all it really takes is just a little bit of room for this squad on the Minotaur side to create chances. And now starting to see a little bit more multi-kills from Ares as well. Those are the types of things we're looking at. That noob combo won't connect, unfortunately, and that will mean a trade in a scenario where he really would not have wanted one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he went for the charged up combo instead of just kind of tapping it a couple times and finishing him off with the DMR. He would have came away with his life and not having to trade that kill. But what would it have resulted in? Who knows? It's difficult to say, but you want to start winning one-on-ones like that to even give your chance, like your team a chance, because you're down 2-0 in the series. You really got to start making plays and getting confidence that you probably don't have after the first 2 games.
I think it's safe to say the only plasma pistol that homes in worse than the Reach plasma pistol would be the Halo 1 plasma pistol, which doesn't really home in whatsoever. As you see, that charge shot has a pretty low likelihood of hitting. That's why you see a lot of players pre-firing that plasma pistol around corners much more often than you see them pre-charging in those types of scenarios. 85-36 is now the score. Trippy going to be the one who has to check the back of the base with those rockets, also getting time. He has help now, though, and now going to rotate out. That's going to be Eco who jumps in the hill.
Yeah, that was all 4 dead for Minotaurs as Trippy picked up the snipe and the rockets. He's going to choose to keep them both for himself. Only having 1 rocket, but baiting the hill perfectly. He's going to pick up an easy kill, and now he found himself a needler rifle, putting it to good use, getting shots on Munoz. Is anybody able to finish Munoz? He's creeping around somewhere, and this is a great job by Trippy to just get damage into a ton of players while staying alive right now. Really love what we're seeing at him. He's going to catch Munoz with his pants down. Munoz, you knew Trippy was around there somewhere. You just couldn't spot him in the doorway. Good shots on the air. He's going to challenge with the snipe. That's questionable, but that just speaks to the volume of confidence that these players are playing with right now.
Absolutely. Eco's going to round the corner and eventually finish what was started there on Ares. Trippy eventually finding out that that kill will go down there on Needle side of the map. 111-47. This is what we're talking about as a game spirals out of control. This is a pretty great example of that.
Yeah, and I think that this score is really starting to get out of control with the way that Unlimited's starting to win their 1v1s more and more and more. I mean, we saw a lot of life out of Minotaurs in the first half of this game, will they be able to keep up that consistency? It doesn't look like it, especially in the result of the score. This game was so close when this hill moved to the side of this base, but no longer is this game close, Andy. It's 60, 70 points close to right now, and that's a very difficult deficit to try and make up on a map like Battle Canyon King.
Absolutely is. Ramy tries to make a bold play up the rocket arch, will get punished by a team shot. Shelly also trying to make some plays from the top of the base. He will go down. That's 2 players down momentarily. Munoz does pick up a kill on Stellar to try to even the tides just a bit, but another kill will go down here. And sniper rifle in the hands of Eco, going to try to get into some foliage here, and he's able to hit that shot with some help. Stays alive, shelter back, and also catches Ares off guard once again. Looking way too easy for the Unlimited side. It's a repeat of the tales of games 1 and 2.
I mean, look at how everyone that Eco is shooting is either weak or Eco is getting weak and someone else is finishing, right? I think we're seeing a lot of teamwork out of Unlimited, and it's giving Minotaurs so much problems, and you don't need teamwork when you can land headshots real quick like that with the snipe. But Eco's got it anyways, and that's what the difference in this series has really been, is the teamwork of Unlimited is just so much. It's too much for Minotaurs to handle, right? Like, we can see the clear difference of players just already being weak for the players of Unlimited running into situations, while everyone on Minotaurs is having to deal with a full shield Eco with snipe or rockets or whatnot.
Shelly picks up a body shot and a nice headshot. They're going to try to clean up on the cape, but gets punished there. Dead Zone really pushing that advantage, able to pick up that kill. Still double the score of their opponents here. Unlimited with a commanding lead in our game number 3 here on Battle Canyon. Ramy's going to push this advantage there on Dead Zone, finally get away with it, but can't even get down in the mag. And Clutch, it's a lot like you highlighted. They're doing so well to make sure that they're prioritizing the same targets and team shooting exactly where they need to be on the map, and the scoreboard has reflected that.
Yeah, you can just sense how chaotic, every time we go to a Minotaur's point of view, how chaotic the game is and how they're only able to just trade kills out, and even in advantageous positions. Somehow Shelly gets a melee onto Trippy there. That's kind of embarrassing. I know he didn't want to shoot the rocket and blow himself up, but you don't want that to happen, because this is the opening that Minotaurs kind of needs in order to have any chance of coming back. Now they have control of rockets. Shelly does hit a player with the rocket, but is unable to get the kill, and the rest of Unlimited finishes Shelly off, so not a ton of damage for losing those rockets, but you can't be losing those tomorrow, because you're going to get punished against the likes of Sentinels and company. Absolutely.
I'd have to see the tape again to know if it was just a missed melee at the lunge distance. You know, reach lunge distance is kind of funky, or if it was a bit more of a ghosty situation. But in the end, like you said, it was a pretty wild set of circumstances that caused that rocket loss. But luckily for the side of Unlimited, score is not within reason where that will be a factor here in the final part of the game, as it's now 149 to 67. Trippy wins a big battle in the hill. Pre-nades the portal and also picks up a kill on Plasma side blue as well, doing really well to be all over the map at once.
Yeah, I believe that Minotaurs is going to spawn dark side red here, because no one for Unlimited was able to block that, but Unlimited did have all 4 dead and was able to get a little bit of hill time. This is Minotaur's setup for the side of the hill, and there's not much time left right now, Bravo. So they have to start getting chunks of time if they want to come back in this series and turn this into a game 4. It doesn't look like it's going to be possible. No one in the hill, and Unlimited's push immediately breaks the setup, and just like that, they're racking up hill time, and the clock is working against them.
Ramy trying to fight from a mag, and how often have we seen this series Minotaurs fighting from those disadvantageous positions? It seems like time and time again they're not able to get the top control, and whenever they try to go top base or top arch, they are immediately punished by a team shot. Another cleanup for Stellar, who will be forced down low for just a moment. Sniper rifle still in hand with quite a few shots left, and this is looking pretty slim, as it's another no-scope kill on Shelly.
Yeah, I think this series has really showcased Stellar's ability to no-scope people in the body, because I feel like that's the 100th time I've seen it, right? Stellar playing so well this series, and needs to really play well for the rest of this tournament for this team to really make a losers bracket run that they're looking forward to tomorrow, because they've got their eyes set on closing this series out right now, being up 202 to 79. This game is all but over, Bravo. Now we're just building confidence.
Yep, great help from him across the map as he's able to pick up that kill. Anytime you can go base to base, especially when you have opponents on the side of that top base, is going to make a big difference as well. And this is all but over here as we look at just how much time is ticking down, as we're now back to a bottom middle hill clutch, just like you talked about. Now that we have another batch of time on this bottom middle hill, still is not going to give much of an opportunity for Minotaurs to rally back at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think every member of Minotaurs would literally have to play perfect Halo for them to come back. I'm not even sure if it's mathematically impossible. I'm not doing that kind of math. in my head right now, I'm just going to go ahead and say Unlimited, there's no way you can lose this game. And this is a very strong performance from them today, right? Like, this is what you want to see them do to teams like Minotaurs. You want to see them absolutely take over the game and not let them have any room to breathe, because it's going to be a much different story when they play the top-tier teams in Incognito, in Sentinels tomorrow, if they so choose to make a loser's bracket run.
Absolutely. Now, Eco just still peppering players off of that sniper perch. It's going to be Dead Zone, who's also pushing on Shelly, as well as he's going to push up now. And we're going to see some action for 60 more seconds on the bottom, which is even more bad news for the side of the Minotaurs now. That is 209 to 97. Now, of course, going to be impossible for the other side to get back in this game.
Yeah, and if you're a Minotaurs member, you're being sent home, and it's a disappointing tournament because these guys have played in finals before, right? Like, these guys expect so much more from themselves, but you got to put them into practice. And just speaking to other teams and hearing about how they weren't really sure if this team practiced a lot, like, that tells me immediately that this team probably didn't practice a lot, right?
Right.
If you're not sure and you don't see them on every night, then that probably sticks to the arrow of, hey, they're not scrimming and they're not putting in the work like they did in Halo 3, and the results are going to match the time you put in.
Absolutely. Now, as we're just waiting for this time to tick down
30 seconds to win.
in this series, Munoz will win that melee trade. We're still going to have 70 seconds on the clock, but as we said, this will really just be for stat padding and more of a victory lap for the Unlimited team.
Yeah, it doesn't say that Munoz can't get a quick clip for us right now. I wouldn't hate to see it. So, Munoz, do your thing, boss. He's going to be getting shot as he jumps into red here, and switch weapons of like 6-7 times. Spots Eco trying to blend in with the map over to the side. Now,
I will say Eco wasn't doing too bad here.
No.
And everyone's going to have a little bit of a party in back blue.
The tree, and then they're going to try and jump onto the base from the tree, but I'm not sure if Eco even knows how to get into this.
And this is slowly becoming an episode of Red versus Blue.
And blue team looks like they're going to be the first one into the tree, and will he be able to make the jump on top of the base? Munoz showing that he does have the Mobo to get up there.
Putting on a clinic.
Absolutely. And Dead Zone, that's BM.
Disrespect. BM for
Absolutely.
sure. BM for sure. That's going to be it. You already see these guys already know that it's done and dusted, and has been for quite some time. And now officially, this will be a 3-0 victory for the Unlimited side against Minotaurs. A very convincing victory. Clutch called it at the beginning, and that's exactly what we saw. That match will be closed out, and that will be it for the series.
Members from Unlimited ecstatic after the 3-0.
Ecstatic. You saw it on their face.
Yes, the energy unrivaled by anyone at this venue. But they took care of business, and I think that that's how they wanted to look at that series. What Unlimited will we see tomorrow is the question that has to be asked, right?
It's a great point, yeah.
It's great to beat the teams that you should beat, but against the teams that you're kind of like 50-50 against, they're 0-2, right? You got to come out tomorrow, refocus,